are you feeling about the things you've been able to achieve in life? Are you confident about that? Are you ready to notice the things that make you feel happy? What is your character today? What are your values today? What do you believe in today? Because once you maintain your character, the one you grew up with, the character you are given when you were young, the character that your parents put in you, are the same characters that can enable you work in that company. Hello, people of purpose. My name is WANJERI, a licensed clinical psychologist based in Nairobi, Kenya. I deal with marriage and family therapy. I am a clinical psychologist. I see children, adolescents, and also people who want to grow. So I am a coach. And this is a moment that I would like to welcome you so that we can dive into today's topic. Today's topic is all about resilience, the 7 C's of mental resilience and adaptability. And to take us out, I would like to mention, what is mental resilience? How are you coping with today's stress? How are you adapting in today's life stresses? Is it a job loss? Is it a breakup? Is it divorce? Is it separation? Is it an illness? Is it parenting and kids are not being parented the way you want? Is it missed deadlines in your life? Is it jobs that are giving you stress and burnout? You are at this very good place today. You are at the right place because I want to give you the first C, and that is competence. Let me ask you, how are you coping with what you like doing? Are you a teacher? Are you an employee in a certain organization? What is best for you? Are you competent in that job? Do you love your job, by the way? Because once you love your job, you're going to have competence and people will be coming to you because you're competent. You're going to mentor other people because you love what you do. Maybe it is art, How are you competent when you're producing those graphics? Can you see that? So that is number one thing that we're going to put up, competence, so that you can be able to have mental resilience and adaptability. When things come on your way, you are able to identify that good thing that you do. All right, let's dive into the second C, and that is confidence. I would like to ask you today, how confident are you in whatever you're doing in your relationships? Are you confident in who you're dating? What about in your work? Are you confident to do your work well? What about your relationships in your family? What about other things in your churches, in your mosques? Are you confident? And I would like to pose a question today. How are you feeling about the things you've been able to achieve in life? Are you confident about that? Are you ready to notice the things that make you feel happy? Let's say it's an achievement. Let me ask you, what have you achieved lately? Have you been able to get an award, for example? It is going to boost you. It is boosting you. What else that is making you feel confident? Have you changed your house lately? Or have you changed or gone to school? Have you increased the level of education that is making you get confidence along the way? What about communication? Have you improved in your communication skills? These things, these C's I'm giving you are going to enable you maintain your mental resilience and adaptability. That's 2 C's. Can we go to the third C's? And that is character. What is your character today? What are your values today? What do you believe in today? Because once you maintain your character, the one you grew up with, the character you're given when you were young, the character that your parents put in you, are the same characters that can enable you work in that company. The same skills you were given, love, humbleness, Where are you? What is your character? If today I came to you and asked you, what do you believe in? What will come out? If I ask other people, who is Mercy, for example, what will they give me? That is what we're talking about. Because once you adapt your character, even if you go anywhere along the world, it is going to be in you that this person, this is what they believe in, this is their values, and they cannot go overboard. Let's say, for example, do you do things because you're seen, or do you do the right thing? Do you see that? And so character molds you to do things the right way, the right time, vis-a-vis being watched. So are you there? How is your character? Is your character questionable? Is your character good? Is your character talking for you? How about that? And so we've done 3. We are moving. Let's do the 4th one, and that is coping. How are you coping with the current relationship that you have? Hello. How is it like? Is it romantic? Is it boring? What is it? Please, I would like to know. Because how are you coping with that narcissistic partner that you have? How are you coping with even a better companion, a better spouse? By the way, it's not only coping with bad things, but it is also coping with good things. For example, is your salary so high this month and you're wondering where to take it? That's also a coping. You're wondering, how do I cope with a lot of money on my desk? Or are you having a spouse who is giving you a lot of love and you're wondering, how do I cope with this ocean of love all over? SMSs from morning to evening, lovey-dovey's all over. You know, how are you coping with that kind of a thing? Let me know. By the way, how are you coping to this mental resilience? Because if you're dealing with finances, for example, how are your finances? Are you having a lot of bills that you're not able to cope with life? Are you having issues to do with your work that is making you not cope? Maybe you're stressed. You're burnt out. There's a lot of work on your desk and you're wondering, where do I begin? So, how are you coping? I want you to identify, what can you do to reduce that stress that you have? What can you do to deal with that toxic relationship you have? What can you do to deal with a narcissistic partner, for example? How can you deal with an avoidant partner in your life? That's what we're talking about, coping and knowing what to do. Having some strategy so that you can be able to free yourself to have good mental resilience and adaptability. How about that? Let's move on. Wow, now we are almost getting to the 7th one. And before that, I want to talk about contribution. What is your contribution towards all this? By the way, have you contributed to a failed relationship? Have you contributed to a successful relationship? Have you contributed to a debt? Have you contributed to that accumulation of debt in your life? Have you accumulated that failure that you have really been part of it? You know, I've had people say about, I have failed. People say I have failed. People say ABCD. What have you contributed? That's what we're talking about. By the way, it is not only contributing on the negative side again. We're looking at the positive side. You're so successful. What contribution did you do? You knew how to say no. You had boundaries. Can you see that? You were there for yourself. You chose yourself vis-a-vis other people. That is contribution. You know, what else are you doing in your society? Are you contributing towards your area? Have you planted trees along your neighborhood? Have you done that? Have you done flowers in your home, for example? What else have you done? Have you mentored young people in your area? You know, have you told them, come, let's do ABCD for yourself? That is the contribution we are talking about. And by the way, I would like to know the culture that you have embraced in yourself. What is your culture like? When is that day you normally say, today I'm dressing this way. Tomorrow I'm doing ABCD. The next minute I'm visiting this place. Mental resilience. Because once things come on your way, they will find somebody who already has mental resilience, and then the next minute they will know how to be able to cope, just like we have said. So my question is, what are you contributing towards your success? Because success is work. You gotta work on yourself by having proper mental resilience strategies, so that you can manage yourself to adapt towards the stressors that come on your way. Let's move on. What else are we talking about? Connection. The sixth one, connection. How are you connected to the world? Who are your people in your life right now? Who do you believe in, for example? Who is your mentor today? Who has been your mentor? Where do you go? Show me your friends and I'll tell you the type of a person you are. So today I'm posing a question and ask you, who are your connections? When somebody calls your name, they know where to get you. Where is that place that people will get you, for example? How do you connect? That's the thing. Who do you call? If I came to your log today, who will I see that the favorite call is ABCD, connections? And by the way, today, have you called your family members? Have you called your uncles today? Have you called your mother? Have you called somebody who matters, your father? Call them. That is also a good thing, to have mental resilience and adaptability in your life. How can you be isolated? How can you live a life like an island and you are here on earth? Connections. Of course, get good connections. Get people who will be there for you. Get people who are ready to be with you as well. Get people who will add many things to your life than subtract. Are you getting that? Connection. Please plug in to the right people. Plug in to people who are ahead of you. Plug in to mentors who will show you the way in terms of your career, in terms of your relationship, in terms of your spiritual nourishment, in terms of your personal growth. You will not tell me that you will grow when you're in the wrong company. I don't think so. So would you like to choose yourself first, then choose the right people so that you can connect? What a good thing to talk about mental resilience and adaptability. And so friends, people of purpose, allow me to give you the last of the last, 7 C's, and that is control. Control. How do you control your life? Because you're the driver of your life. We've talked about it. You're the one with the steering. If you told yourself to go this way, you go. You're steering. You have the control over your life. What is that you are supposed to do and you've not done? Control. What is that friendships that you're looking at and you don't have boundaries and it's still taking you to places that you do not want? Control. What is that you're supposed to talk and you don't want to talk at that time? Control. You're able to control your emotions. When people get inside you too much and you're wondering, what is this? Would you like to put a stop and have a boundary and tell them, excuse me, whatever you're saying is hurting me, please stop. Are you able to do that? Control. Because once you're not able to control what other people are bringing into your life, you will feel stressed, you will feel sad, you will be angry, and it's going to affect your mental states. What about if you're aware, if somebody does ABCD to me, I'm going to get angry. But if you decide, I will not get angry, even if I see that person coming, I'm not going to get angry. That is control. So people of purpose, would you like to put control over your life today? Would you like to have control over your relationships today? Would you like to have control over your finances today? Not to spend too much, to control yourself, or maybe not to be so mean again, because if you're so mean, then you're not doing yourself justice. If you get your pay today, give yourself something. Buy yourself something to pat yourself on the back. Kudos, you did well. That is also control. And so, people, as I pen off, I hope that and more has been my 7 C's for you to have mental resilience and adaptability. I hope it has helped you. I hope you're going to utilize and make use of that. And I hope you are going also to contribute and share this with others so that they can know what you already know. And so that is over. That is all for today. I want to wish you a very, very good time and hoping for more videos coming up. Thank you very much. Kudos.